Good afternoon, welcome to the city of Semarang. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Regina Sucita Azaria, who will be your guide during your trip in the city of Semarang. And we were also accompanied by Mr. Andi as a driver, who took us during a trip. There are also Mr. Budi next door, who helped us during this trip. Have you ever been to Semarang before? Semarang City is the capital city of Central Java Province, Indonesia, as well as the fifth largest metropolitan city in Indonesia after Jakarta, Surabaya, Medan, and Bandung. As one of the most developed cities on the island of Java, Semarang City has a population of more than 2 million people. The Semarang mega urban area is a part of Kedung Super metropolitan area, consisting of Kendal, Demak, Ungaran, Semarang, Regency, Salatiga City, Smart City. The city of Semarang is led by the Major Hendra Prihadi SAMM and the Deputy Major Engineer Haja Hefarita Gunayanti Rahayu. The city is located about 558 km east of Jakarta or 312 km west of Surabaya or 621 km southwest of Banjarmasin, Semarang. Is bordered by the Java Sea to the north, Demak Regency to the east, Semarang Regency to the south, and Kendal Regency to the west. The city of Semarang has an administrative area of 3,073.70 square kilometers, as well as being the largest administrative municipality on the island of Java. And the increase in population is largely influenced by the large number of people who come to the city of Semarang, which has an appeal is a city of trade, service, industry, and education, as an area that develops in the trade and the service sector. Therefore, the livelihoods here are mostly laborers, civil servants or ABRI, traders, and entrepreneurs. Not only that, Semarang also has many tours, one of which is Lawang Sewu, which is the initial destination of our trip here. Here we only have 1 hour, and our next destination is the Goa Creo. Previously, I will explain some information about Lawang Sewu. First of all, Lawang Sewu is a heritage building from the Netherlands, which was built in 1904. This building itself stands firmly until now opposite the Tugu Muda Monument. In addition, Lawang Sewu is also adjacent to the Semarang Souvenir Center. At the first, Lawang Sewu was the office of a private railway company called Industries Forward Maatschap or NIS. But after Indonesia independence, the function of the Lawang Sewu building changed. So, for the ladies and gentlemen, does anyone know why the building can be called Lawang Sewu? Or there are 1,000 doors? Of course, that's not the right answer. Now, it was the people of Semarang who gave the name Lawang Sewu because there are so many doors. In addition, the Lawang Sewu building also has a very large window. Therefore, people think that the window are a door and seems to have thousands of doors. Ladies and gentlemen, please wait a moment. I will buy the entrance ticket first. Now, let's get off the bus and get the tickets at the entrance. If you get an entrance ticket, we will gather here again so that we don't get spared from the group. Is everything complete? If so, let's go inside and follow me, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are many stories in the community here that talk about the hearts of the Lawang Sewu area. Moreover, this building is hundreds of years old and is also a relic of the Netherlands. Although the building is old, the Lawang Sewu building is very well maintained and has been renovated several times in the beautiful old building even at night. And this is the floor plan of the Lawang Sewu building. If you are satisfied to see, let's go to the next place. Some of the photos are the beginning of the establishment of Lawang Sewu. Lawang Sewu was built by the Dutch on February 27, 1904 and complete in 1907. At the first, this building functioned as the head office of a private Dutch railway company under the name Netherlands Indisch Spoorwerk Maatschappij, or abbreviated as NIS. This company was the first to build a railway line in Indonesia connecting Semarang, Surakarta, and Yogyakarta. The first line that was built was Semarang Temanggung in 1867. The NIS board of directors entrusted the building design to Prof. Jacob F. Kleinkamet and B.I. Kwendok. Both are domiciled in Amsterdam. All building design processes are carried out in the Netherlands. After the design is complete, the design drawings are then brought to the city of Semarang. The NIS headquarters is a large two-story building with a shape resembling the letter L. The development of the NIS head office in Semarang was due to the considerable need to construct many buildings for public and housing due to the expansion of the colonies, decentralization of colonial administration, and the growth of private business. Unfortunately, all of this did not meet expectation because the rapid development of the railway network at the time required the continued addition of technical and administrative personnel to keep up with developments. This made the NIS office in Semarang no longer adequate to accommodate all NIS staff. Various ways have been taken, such as renting a number of privately owned buildings for temporary solution, making work even more inefficient. Not to mention that the location of Semarang NIS station is close to the swamp, making things like cleanliness and health an important consideration. This is how the trends used very different from the trends now, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into the next room, we can to take a photo or have a look first. After this, we go to the next room. Ladies and gentlemen, in front of us, we can see present premises. During the struggle of independence, Lawang Sewu was a silent witness to the dark Dutch colonial period. After being abandoned by the NIS, the building was often used by the Dutch and Japanese colonialists as a prison. Some of the rooms in this building were even turned into torture detention rooms. And in there is a detention room. We cannot go on inside because it's cramped and dark. So I will just explain here. They have a two prison. That is, the prison names are standing prison and squatting prison. You can imagine how many years people who enter the prison have to stand or squat. Initially, these standing prison rooms was used as a location for holding prisoners. Detainees who were caught were put into the room in crowd condition. This is forced them to always stand because if they sit, the prison room will feel more cramped and torturous. Not a few of these prisoners died in this room due to exhaustion or lack of oxygen. But what is even worse is the squatting prison room, because the prisoners who are put into the squat prison room are forced to jostle in a squatting state that is less than 1.5 meters high from the roof. You can imagine the suffering of the prisoners who were put in this room. After the proclamation of independence, Lawang Sewu became an eyewitness during the 5-day battle in Semarang between AMKA youths, or the Young Railways, force against Kempetai and Kidobutai from the Japanese army. That's why the Semarang city government, with a major decree, decided that Lawang Sewu was included in 1002 historical ancient buildings in Semarang city that must be protected. Now, let's go to the second floor, and don't forget to be careful if you go up the stairs. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why Lawang Sewu is called a haunted place for the people here. Because of the dark history of Lawang Sewu, this building has 1,000 stories with the mystical elements, starting from the use Lawang Sewu as a prison and torture chamber for prisoners, to the battle between fighters and Japanese invaders that killed many people. Semarang residents encountered many mystical events when visiting Lawang Sewu during the day or night. If you see the ditch around this area, it used to be that place was for a disposal of corpses during the colonial period. There is no land to bury many thousands of corpses, so they dump in the corpse there until they pile up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to take more photos, please, but don't forget to gather again on the stairs. And be careful going down the stairs and don't push each other too. Now let's go to the next room. There is a good photo spot for you who still wants to take a pictures. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to take a photo, please take a photo first, but don't cross the border. Ladies and gentlemen, there is still plenty of time if you still want to take a walk while taking photos to see Lawang Sewu. And then gather again at the train statue in front of you. And there are also souvenirs if you want to buy them for your family. Is everything complete? Nothing is missing, right? If it is complete, we will go to the bus now. Is everything really complete? If it is complete, let's continue our journey. Next, our destination is Creo Cave. Creo Cave is a natural tourism object in Semarang. You can enjoy the beauty of nature, enjoy the cool air that is free from pollution, enjoy the clear river water, feel comfortable under shady trees, and can see and play with various types of monkeys. In addition to the natural beauty that visitors can enjoy, at this Creo Cave tourist spot, there are also fishing spot facilities, speedboats, and various children's toys such as slides and swings. And there are some other interesting things there. When you walk to the cave, you will pass a bridge and stairs around which there is a stretch of reservoir water. So while crossing the bridge, I hope you are carefully and don't push each others. And don't forget, we in here only have 30 minutes because after this our next destination to the center by typical Semarang souvenirs. Is it complete? Then follow me. Do you know that this Creo Cave also has a history? Creo Cave originated from the name Mangrehu or Ngrehu, which was expressed by Sunan Kalijaga to four monkeys. The monkeys were red, yellow, white, and black. The incident began when Sunan Kalijaga wanted to take thick wood to build a mosque in Demak. However, in the process of taking the woods, there are obstacles. The wood is stuck on the cliff, so that it requires Sunan Kalijaga to rest. After resting for a while, Sunan Kalijaga and his followers took the thick wood and were assisted by the monkeys. After the thick wood has been obtained, Sunan Kalijaga and his entourage will continue their journey to Demak. The four monkeys want to follow Sunan Kalijaga and his entourage, but Sunan Kalijaga forbade and gave orders to the monkeys to guard the cave by saying Mangrehu. So that Mangrehu has the meaning of an order to guard or maintain, and until now it is known as a Creo Cave, which is the petilasan of Sunan Kalijaga. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you want to see this place, don't forget that our time in here is only 30 minutes. Well, meet here later. Are you complete? Please check your partners first before we go. If anyone to go to the bedroom, please go to the bedroom first. Did you enjoy the view there? And how's the monkeys there? Alright, I'm glad that you're like it. Well, now our next trip is the took place by typical Semarang. Are you know specialty in Semarang? Yes, that's right, lumpia. But not only that, around here there is a most famous culinary tourist spot in Semarang, namely Bandeng Presto. Ladies and gentlemen, you can also buy other things besides Bandeng Presto, such as Winko Babat and also lumpia. And we are only here for a little while because our next destination is dinner. Before we go to our destination, I will explain a little about what is a Bandeng Presto. This Bandeng Presto Pandanan is a pioneer of one of the typical souvenirs of the city of Semarang, namely soft Bandeng Presto. Because it has been selling soft Bandeng Presto since 1977, the soft turns are because they are cooked using a pressure cooker. The name Presto itself comes from the pressure cookie brand that was used for the first time in processing this bandeng. At first, they only sold Bandeng Presto, but now there are many various souvenirs that can be purchased here, such as Pepes Bandeng Presto, Pindang Bandeng Presto, and Otak-otak Bandeng Presto. Also lumpia, Winko Babat, Enting-enting, Mochi Cake, Wajik, Getuk, Bakpia, and many others. The price of Bandeng Presto with the vacuum packaging of one box containing 4 bandeng is sold at the price of 130,000. This vacuum packaging is able to make bandeng last 1 week since processing at room temperature and 1 month in the refrigerator, making it suitable for souvenirs. As for the regular packaging without a vacuum, it's cheaper, which is 110,000 per box containing 4 soft turn, bandeng, and chill sauce. For this packaging, it only lasts 2 days at room temperature and 1 week if it is put in the refrigerator. Well, ladies and gentlemen, soon we will reach our destination. So please prepare yourself first before we arrive. Ladies and gentlemen, are you all complete? Are you hungry too? If so, let's go to the next destination. Our next destination is the Kampung Laut restaurant, the most famous restaurant in the Semarang area. The seafood there is a fresh, original from the fishermen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a long way to go to get there. So, please, if you want to rest for a while, later when it arrives at its destination, I will inform you all. It's all complete, right? If you haven't tried to check the partner again. If everything is complete, let's continue our journey. Ladies and gentlemen, because it's 8 p.m., we go to the hotel now. When is the flight schedule tomorrow? 11 o'clock? Then let's go to the hotel. Don't worry, there are already breakfast there, so you are not all hungry out of the plane. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. we will gather here again for breakfast. Now let's go in this way, in an orderly elevator too. Don't push each other. If so, have a good rest, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have breakfast, don't forget after breakfast, we will gather here again at 9. After that, we will go to the airport. Ladies and gentlemen, for the hotel key, just leave it to me. Later, please go to the bus first. There's Mr. Andy and Mr. Budi there to help put your luggage in the baggage. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How was your sleep last night? Can't believe today is the last time we see each other. Are you all satisfied with being in Semarang? Or is still lacking? Actually, I'm still lacking because there are still many tours that I haven't introduced to all of you. Before we reach our destination, I would like to thank all of you who have used my service to guide our journey, even if it was only for 1 day. And I'm sorry if there are words that are not pleasant to her for you, ladies and gentlemen. And here, this paper. Please fill in and also give hope for us to fill. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the airport. Don't forget to check your gates again before getting off and leave the paper that I gave you early on the chair. No one has left their luggage, right? Don't miss it. If you haven't missed anything, we from Flight Tour would like to thank you for using our service and also be careful on your way. Bye.